Right now, live at 5.
A fatal fire in North Pine County. We tell you the details we know coming up.
Plus, we're looking back 10 years after flooding caused massive damage in the area. And nurses in the Twin Ports are preparing to picket as contract negotiations continue.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Welcome to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look at Park Point Beach tonight, where many people were out beating the heat today, and a new record high was set. Dave will be in just a bit with more on that record-setting heat wave.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Briggs LaSavage. Tonight we start with a tragic story out of Pine County, where a teenage boy died in an overnight house fire. It happened on Town Line Road in Sturgeon Lake, in between Moose Lake and Willow River. CBS 3's Quinn Gorham brings us the latest from the scene.
Yeah, if you take a look at the house right over here, you can see the damage that was left behind. Pretty much the entire right side of the house is completely destroyed, burned to the ground, and those flames were so hot they burned this car right here completely to the ground, and another car damaged the paint and burned the tires up and even melted some of the siding on it. Now, as for the fire itself, there's really not a whole lot we know. Here's what we do know. The fire broke out at around 1:40 Monday morning, and local emergency responders responded to the call pretty much immediately. They were told the house was on fire and there was a 14-year-old boy still inside. Crews from Moose Lake, Willow River, Sturgeon Lake, and Finlayson all arrived on scene and were quickly able to locate the boy, who was found dead inside the home. Authorities have not identified the victim. The house was destroyed, and the cause is currently under investigation by state fire marshals. The sheriff says several other family members were home at the time. Now, again, that's really all.
Authorities say they're not sure how long the investigation will take.
A judge sentenced the Proctor teen who sexually assaulted his football teammate to probation and said he must register as an offender. The incident happened last September. The man, who was 17 at the time of the offense, admitted to using a plunger to sexually assault his younger teammate. The suspect was sentenced to 4 years probation until his 21st birthday. He will also be required to register as a predatory offender for the next 10 years. During today's hearing at the St. Louis County Courthouse, the Duluth News-Tribune reports the teen apologized for his actions. The victim's mother also shared how the assault affected their family. The teen pleaded guilty back in May, and under the terms of that plea agreement, the case remained in juvenile court. But if he fails to comply with the conditions of his probation, he will receive a 4-year adult prison sentence.
Two Harbor City councilors are holding a special meeting to discuss concerns about the city's mayor. Mayor Chris Swanson recently announced he won't resign and will instead face a recall election this August. Some residents had come forward with concerns about how he handled public versus private business. While we don't know exactly what will be discussed at tonight's meeting, we do know it starts pretty soon here at 5:15 tonight at City Hall. The community is invited, and there's also a virtual option, which we have a link to on our website. We'll have the latest on the discussion tonight at 10.
Twin Ports nurses will hit the picket lines tomorrow as contract negotiations continue. The Minnesota Nurses Association announced their intent to picket earlier this month, saying their negotiations with local hospitals were stale. Patient care will not be impacted by the informational ticketing, as demonstrators will be off the clock. Nurses hope through their picket they can inform the public of their message and call on hospital CEOs to put patients before profits, in addition to approving fair contracts. Picketing will take place at Essentia St. Mary's and St. Luke's Hospital. Essentia Health acknowledged the picket last week, saying in part they will continue to negotiate in good faith and look forward to reaching an agreement that works for everyone. They added, nurses are valued members of their team and they respect their right to picket. If the contract issues are not settled by its expiration date on June 30th, the union could then authorize a strike. 10 years ago right now, Duluth, Superior, and much of northeast Minnesota were in crisis.
Intense storms moved in on June 19th, 2012, and didn't stop until the next day. 7 to 10 inches of rain fell in just a matter of hours. All that water rushed down the steep terrain, wiping out roads across Duluth and the North Shore. Western neighborhoods in Duluth were especially hit hard, and residents there had to flee their homes. Meanwhile, up on the hill, people could be seen jet skiing and kayaking around the Miller Hill Mall area. And at the zoo, seals and polar bears escaped their exhibits. 14 animals there drowned. In Proctor, an 8-year-old boy was sucked into a storm drain and then washed a mile away, somehow surviving and being reunited with his family. In all, officials estimate more than $150 million in damage was done to public infrastructure, which is with as much as another $100 million in private damage. Then DPD Sergeant Chad Nagorski remembers evacuating the Fond du Lac neighborhood.
I've never seen that much water. I mean, it's something like you see on movies. People that were in Fond du Lac, you know, they have propane tanks. It actually lifted the propane tanks up, so they're floating down the St. Louis River.
Another incredibly hard-hit area was Jay Cook State Park. Highway 210 and the park's famous hanging bridge were destroyed, and it took 5 years to rebuild the roads there. There are still 2 trails at the park that have damage from the flood. Park naturalist Catherine Hiller says they had to focus on the future during the rebuild.
A lot of the fixing involved how do we let more water underneath the trails and more water underneath the highways so that we don't actually have the damage that we had in 2012.
Hiller says there were about 85 different mudslides within the park. Most of Jay Cook's trails and all highways are now back to their normal conditions.
Duluth's stormwater infrastructure was rebuilt in the wake of the flood to help avoid similar destruction during the next flood event. Bigger, stronger, more efficient pipes and culverts were installed around Duluth. The city also bought about 30 homes that flooded in different hard-hit parts of town, demolished those homes, and then turned the properties into green areas where water can now collect and more efficiently drain.
This would have been houses here. This was houses pre-2012. Like, this is what we're doing now and we have to do as we continue to plan as like our climate is changing and we've got all this additional, say, risk or vulnerability.
City engineers tell us 2012 was a 500-year flood, and if something similar happened now, there would still be damage. But they do feel confident that it would be far less severe and life-threatening.
Dave joins us now for a look at the weather. Dave, certainly a different scene out there today with this heat than what we were dealing with 10 years ago.
Yeah, this time around we've got heat and humidity and a heat advisory to worry about and records that fell. Let's get into the map and look at temperatures. You'll see it's 93 degrees at the airport in Duluth right now. That kills the old record of 88 from 1995, and we have a lot of 93s out there at the moment. Ely, Orr, Hibbing, Cloquet, even Ironwood, as warm as 97 in Superior, 96 for Hayward. It's pretty toasty out there and may cool down a little bit tomorrow for Minnesotans, but stay close to 90 for places like Wisconsin and the UP. So a big 2-day heat wave coming our way, which is triggering these alerts. We start with the old one, the flood warning. Yeah, we thought they were going to reevaluate the situation earlier today, and they did, and now it's back to, that stays in effect until further notice. Way out west from Beltrami County towards the border with North Dakota, severe thunderstorm watch here tonight as a low pressure system tries to feast on the heat and humidity. We in our neck of the woods still have a heat advisory till 1 o'clock in the morning, except for right by the North Shore from Two Harbors to Grand Portage. That may be the best place to be if you have any friends or neighbors or relatives. Maybe a surprise visit this evening, you know, help escape the heat. Quick look at our short-term forecast. Says low around 70, 50% chance for those storms tonight, then sunny and about 85 tomorrow. By Wednesday, we could fall back to normal. I'll talk about for how long in just a bit.
Thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, the Blotnick Bridge will undergo some much-needed maintenance in the coming years. How you can leave input on the massive project coming up in City by City.
Get your news on the go, the CBS 3 mobile app.
Morning, Dan.
Love the new truck.
Got it through Ford Blue Advantage.
But this is used?
Yep. Took a few test drives at my Ford dealer. Got everything I was looking for.
Did you get a warranty?
Ford backed. The Carfax support, too.
Visit your Ford dealer and get a certified inspection, a Ford-backed warranty, Carfax report, and a money-back guarantee. Ford Blue Advantage. Used car buying that's built for you.
You did get everything.
mid Allison 10-speed transmission. Premium features available on GMC Sierra Heavy Duty. Sierra Heavy Duty models are arriving weekly at your local GMC dealers. Available for immediate delivery with 0% financing.
Nonprofits are indispensable to their communities, supplementing public and private efforts to ensure the common good. The demand for capable and creative leadership in the nonprofit sector is higher than ever. Learn more at css.edu/nonprofit.
When news breaks, be the first to know with CBS 3. Alerting you with our mobile app, taking you live to the scene.
Currently a fire underway.
Bringing you complete coverage on air.
Inside the deck.
Showing you what's happening now, what's next, how it affects you. Focused on urgency. Focused on accuracy. When news breaks in your neighborhood, be the first to know. With live, local CBS 3.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northlands still to this day. Join me, Kristen Vaki, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining.
Brought to you by Range Regional Airport. Watch Eye on Mining with Kristen Vaki every Tuesday at 10. Only on live, local CBS 3.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News, live at 5. Here's a live look from Virginia, Minnesota tonight. It certainly was a hot weekend across the Iron Range, and some summer storms might be on deck for tonight. Dave will be in with this week's full forecast in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region.
A new art project raising awareness of water pollution in Superior and celebrating a couple dedicated to giving back to the Hayward community. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start across the Twin Ports tonight with a meeting about a very important piece of infrastructure. Tomorrow at 5 p.m., MnDOT will be hosting a public meeting to discuss the Blotnick Bridge project. They will be sharing the latest bridge alternative plans, as well as taking time to hear feedback from the community and answer any questions. If you're unable to attend, there is also an interactive map set up on MnDOT's website where users can leave ideas and pose questions about the bridge's future. Next, we head to Superior, where they are launching a new community art project. The City of Superior Environmental Services Division will be leading a community workshop this Wednesday to introduce the 2022 Storm Drain Art Project. They will be working with local artists, businesses, and other organizations to raise awareness about stormwater pollution. Artists will listen to community members to create designs important to the city that will also draw attention to the storm drains. The workshop will be held at the public library. And we wrap up tonight celebrating Don and Sandy Sheehan, the recently announced Grand Marshals of the 72nd Annual Muskie Festival. Both graduated from Hayward High School and were married at the local church in 1969. Don worked in law enforcement, including as Sawyer County Sheriff, for 20 years, and then coming out of retirement to serve as Chief of Police. Sandy worked at the local bank. Both struggle with health issues, but that doesn't hold them back from their community. They are very active with the local ALS chapter and lead a walk every August, as well as volunteering for their church and local VFW post. They will be honored during the Muskie Fest parade this Sunday. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland city by city.
Still to come on Live at 5, staffing shortages have hit the DTA and are now forcing them to put a pause on 2 routes. The details on those impacted coming up in just a few minutes.
No warm weather shortage today. High temp at the airport, 93. The normal 73. The old record of 88 in 1995 falls by the wayside. Temperatures will come down a little bit tomorrow, but by our standards, it'll still be fairly hot and humid. Wednesday's a day of relief, but will it last past that? I'll show you off my 7-day after the break.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Hi, this is Brian.
And I'm Steven.
As your locally owned sporting goods store, we would like to invite you in for this upcoming spring and summer season.
Are you or your child looking to upgrade your used quality sports equipment? We are always looking to buy or trade.
Trade in! Trade up! And save!
I'm Dr. Carly Edlund. I'm a pediatric hospitalist at St. Luke's. A pediatric hospitalist is a pediatric doctor who specializes in taking care of patients when they're in the hospital. My kids are pretty little. They like really anything we can do outside. Being a parent is really challenging, and you face questions every day that you had no idea were even going to be questions. Having kind of a fun and playful atmosphere is really important when you're working with kids, and to kind of help the kids feel a little bit more engaged and in control of what's going on around them, then they're able to have a better experience.
Now through the end of June, Link RV is giving away a $1,000 gas card with every new RV purchase. We have a huge selection of inventory, so stop into Link RV and let us fuel your next adventure. Link RV Center in Minong, where reputation is everything.
At Super One Foods, we're always looking for new talent to join our 5-star service team. We are a growing family-owned company that provides a variety of opportunities to learn new skills and enhance your working knowledge while serving your friends and neighbors. We offer flexible scheduling, competitive wages, gold-level health insurance, and generous retirement benefits, including a defined benefit pension plan and a 401k. Super One Foods offers an excellent environment to grow both personally and professionally and can provide you the foundation for career advancement.
Come join our team.
Super One Foods. Jobs right in your neighborhood.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northlands still to this day. Join me, Kristen Baki, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining.
Brought to you by Range Regional Airport. Watch Eye on Mining with Kristen Baki every Tuesday at 10. Only on live, local CBS 3. Get your news on the go, the CBS 3 mobile app. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Over the weekend, temperatures were fairly decent, and we were thinking there would be some Sunday morning rain up near the Canadian border, and indeed that did pay off. I heard that Ely got a pretty good soaker. Some folks there figured they got about an inch, but that's just an estimate from a rule of thumb. You know, sometimes it takes a rain gauge to get it perfectly. Now today, with that system from the weekend going away, warmer air has surged up from the south, and that set those temperatures into the 90s for most of us. Tonight it's going to be warm and potentially stormy as a low-pressure system converts that heat energy into showers and thunderstorms, and there is a chance some could become severe. For Tuesday, we go back towards hot and dry. Maybe not as hot as today, where everybody ran about 90 to 97. Tomorrow, it's more like 80 to 90, but for many of us native Northlanders, that's even too warm. Then come Wednesday, it's going to be sunny, but cooler, back towards normal, low to mid-70s, but that will not last. By Thursday, we go back towards 80. Right now at the airport in Duluth, boy, we've got 93 degrees with a partly cloudy sky and a southwesterly wind running 17 miles per hour. Relative humidity only 45%, barometric pressure 29.79 inches of mercury, and we have a pair of low pressure systems on our doorstep here, one just a little bit to the north, another one to the southwest, connected by a frontal boundary, and that'll be the trigger for the lift that'll turn that heat and humidity into clouds and thunderstorms perhaps this evening near the Canadian border, and overnight after midnight till about 8 a.m. for the rest of us. Here's the high that brought sunshine today and also helped push that southwesterly wind into our region. So highs can be beneficial, and sometimes they bring things that sometimes are a little bit more than we'd like to handle. Well, folks out west right now, we're handling a severe thunderstorm warning out there near the Canadian border. There's a line of showers and storms taking place along that frontal boundary we just pointed out. And right now, the severe thunderstorm watch is from Beltrami County to points to the west, but there's also a decent chance that those will cross into Itasca County and Couchiching County here as our night goes on. That's the best chance for severe weather. The rest of us here in the region probably not facing as severe a chance. Just general thunderstorms possible for Wisconsin and the UP, but then the chances go up for northern Minnesota and especially for western Minnesota. So if the rain pays off, will we get a lot near the Canadian border by tomorrow morning? Maybe more than they need for International Falls, another 6/10 worth of rain of an inch. Really just a trace for much of the rest of Minnesota and not much more than a trace for Wisconsin and Michigan either. Then things will dry up for a little while before we get another rain chance next week. So tonight, 50% chance for Minnesota showers and thunderstorms. Low temps will be in the low 60s by the lake, but pretty close to 70 inland, and that's fairly warm because the dew point will be there as well. High dew points mean a good chance for thunderstorms. Well, 40% shot tonight for Wisconsin, Michigan. Low temps there, 68 to 73. Tomorrow, Wisconsin and Michigan back to mostly sunny with highs from 85 to 91 again. But in Minnesota, we're going to run about 78 to 86. So yeah, that's a step down a little bit. And then we'll step down to 75 on Wednesday with sunshine, but we could warm up again towards 80 Thursday, Friday, and maybe parts of Saturday. That's our next rain chance, 30 to 40% shots at some showers and thunderstorms, followed by next Sunday being sunny, but only 73 degrees. And that's probably more in the realm of what Northlanders really like. So a little heat now, well, some folks love that. Cools down just a little bit, but with sunshine, most folks love that.
Yeah, definitely. And I like when it's less muggy, for sure. So.
Yeah, it'll likely be muggy at least through tomorrow breaks. And then hopefully, once those storms eat that humidity, next weekend you'll be high and dry.
Not bad. Good to hear. Thanks, Dave.
Well, the temps may be high, but that doesn't mean your electric bill has to be. According to Lake Country Power, there are steps to take to conserve energy and, in turn, money during a heat wave. You can adjust your thermostat to 78 degrees during the day, cover windows with drapes, keep doors and windows closed, turn off lights and other electronics, run large appliances at night, and use a microwave instead of an oven.
Recent hot weather across Minnesota has made for some dangerous situations on the roads. Take a look at this. You can see part of I-35 near Moose Lake buckled today due to the extreme heat. This photo was specifically taken at mile marker 214 in the southbound lanes, and we're told one lane in that area has been closed down while they work. The Carleton County Sheriff's Office is asking everyone to drive safely and keep your eyes peeled for situations just like this one, which happen more frequently during heat waves.
Staffing shortages have now hit the DTA's bus service. The public transit organization announced a pause on Route 5 today. It runs between West Duluth and the Miller Hill Mall. The Port Town Trolley, along with several other routes, are also impacted. We have a full list on our website. DTA leaders say because of the challenging labor market conditions and retirements within the department, it's been difficult to keep enough drivers. These changes will go into effect on June 26th.
Still to come, lighting up the night this 4th of July might take a toll on your wallet, while the price of fireworks is skyrocketing next.
Celebrate the savings during the anniversary sale at Home Furniture. Get up to 30% off regular prices, like this Milano dining set for $17.99. Plus, no money down, no minimum purchase, 6-year special financing. The anniversary sale at Home Furniture.
Oh, love that Chevy Blazer. That's our next SUV. Love that Equinox. That's our next SUV.
Nice Trailblazer.
It was love at first sight. What?
The Chevy family of SUVs. Find new options. Find new roads.
It's Chevy Sport Utility Spring. Well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing or get a $1,250 cash allowance on all 2022 Equinox models. Visit TrueNorthChevyDealers.com.
Attention, the Lord of the Latrine has arrived. I want to welcome you guys all to my big brother funeral. Welcome to the cookout.
Floaters, you better grab a life vest. Yeah, I'm such a floater. Really, what competitions have you won?
The new season of Big Brother starts Wednesday, July 6th on CBS.
Epilepsy can affect anyone with a brain.
It does not discriminate.
If you have a brain,
You can get epilepsy.
But here's something that's just as important to know.
anyone with a brain can affect epilepsy.
So let's use our brains to do just that.
Let's change the way people think about epilepsy.
To find cures.
Because if all of us can get epilepsy,
all of us
Can end epilepsy.
We just need to use our brains.
Let's use our brains.
Let's use our brains.
let's use our brains to end epilepsy.
Heart attacks and strokes happen, even in the midst of COVID-19, and at least one will occur while you're watching this. Heart attacks and strokes are medical emergencies. If you experience symptoms of a heart attack or stroke, do not delay seeking care. Call 911 immediately. Hospitals are prepared and can safely treat you. Visit cdc.gov/coronavirus to learn more.
A weekend sledding event bringing the whole community together.
Fewer boundary water permits are available this year.
We're checking in with mushers to see how things are going on day 2 of the Bear Grease Sled Dog Marathon.
What one ESCO family is thankful for.
The latest details on a massive fire that has shut down an entire Duluth.
About the idling of Cleveland Cliffs mines and Silver
To stay up to date with the news and weather that impacts you and your community, tune to Live Local CBS 3.
Cancer research requires bold and innovative thinking. You may be able to help science uncover the next breakthrough by sharing your patient data and unique experience with researchers. Join Stand Up to Cancer and Count Me in.
During the 4th of July mattress sale at Home Sleep Express, get up to $800 off Beauty Rest Black, plus get free mattress delivery, setup, and a 120-day guarantee. And get a free gas grill with your Beauty Rest Black purchase. This 4th of July at Home Sleep Express.
Planning a party for the 4th of July will cost you more this year.
Yeah, fireworks are going up in price, but inflation is not the only reason.
Our sister station in the Twin Cities explains what one Wisconsin fireworks shop is dealing with.
So this is all ground-emitting showers of sparks, Minnesota legal.
No matter what side of the river you live on.
Then we get into aerial types of things.
Real Wisconsin stuff over here.
Real Wisconsin stuff, yeah.
Excitement around the 4th of July and the colorful way to celebrate it has never been higher. In the 5 years before the pandemic, U.S. consumers lit off an average of 248 million pounds of fireworks each year. When large shows got canceled in 2020, it rocketed to 385 million pounds, then soared even higher in 2021.
Well, that's our job, is to help people get the best possible show for the money.
Anders Nelson owns Fireworks Nation in North Hudson, where discounts and deals pop, but so too have costs. Some items have gone up in price 8 to 10% since last year, an increase seen industry-wide.
Well, 3 years ago, we were paying $14,000 on average for a container, not the product, just the shipping container. Today, this year, we've paid as much as $45,000.
Experts say that spike in shipping raises the overall cost of fireworks by 50%, a burden Nelson does not want to pass to his customers.
But we've really tried to hold our prices down because we want people to have a good experience and to come back. So we have cut our margins.
The good news is stores will be better stocked this summer compared to the shortages seen the last few years.
We sell a product, but what we really do is we bring people together, friends and family.
Here in the Twin Ports, a number of pop-up fireworks shops have already opened ahead of Independence Day.
We've got a lot of news to cover tonight. Holiday travel nightmare. Americans stranded in airports as thousands more flights are canceled. What's causing the massive delays? Plus, our CBS News investigation, how a group with ties to the credit card industry blocked an effort to track suspicious gun and ammo purchases. And celebrating Juneteenth, what a group of cyclists is doing to honor the legacy of a groundbreaking black athlete. That's all tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. When joint pain or injury becomes too much to bear, turn to Essentia Health's expert team to keep you moving forward.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known secrets about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. Call right now for your free book. And as a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched over 1,200 annuities and summarized the rates and benefits of annuities from financially strong insurers. Annuity do's and don'ts for baby boomers and a free annuity rate report, both absolutely free, for calling Annuity General today. Supplies are limited. Call now.
Call 800-816-8219. That's 800-816-8219.
Arby's, 2 for $6 every day. Oh, it's got ranch on it. Oh, it's got ranch on it. 2 of those things for just $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
Hey, neighbor, you switched to T-Mobile home internet yet?
Trim your hedge.
It's $50 a month with no price hikes. Bam! It runs on T-Mobile's wireless 5G network. So all you gotta do is plug in one cord.
T-Mobile 5G home internet. Just $50 a month. No price hikes, no hidden fees.
I did it.
Oh!
I switched to T-Mobile home internet, and I am loving it.
Don't sneak up on me like that.
Why didn't you tell me to switch earlier?
Hi everyone, I'm Natalie Grant. I am so excited to be waking up with you every weekday from 5 to 7 right here on CBS 3.
Wake up with Natalie and Peter on CBS 3.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Monday evening. Let's see what's coming up at 6.
As we mentioned, today was a scorcher with hundreds of people heading to Park Point to cool off. However, residents there say the influx of visitors can often lead to issues like litter and speeding. Their message to those visiting the Big Beach tonight.
And Dave, you have your eye on some storms.
Yeah, there's a line of severe thunderstorms just outside of our viewing area right now. The radar shows that they are approaching the western portions of Lake of the Woods and Beltrami County, Couchiching and Itasca County, indeed in the heart of our viewing area. So there's a chance in the next hour communities in those two counties could get some of these severe thunderstorms. The rest of us face a lesser chance for severe weather tonight. And of course, this low pressure system is feasting on the heat and humidity that's coming our way. I'll talk about how long that's going to last at 6 o'clock.
That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next.